All right. This is Troy with Scare Hollow and the Northwest Haunters Association, and I have made a very cool map for the Northwest Haunters Association. I'll show it to you now. It shows where all of our haunted houses and home displays and graveyards and corn mazes are in the Northwest. And it is zoomable, obviously, just like a normal map. And also, you can click on each one, and it will show you the Murder House Prevents Bloody Christmas. I don't know why I picked that one, and not my own. My own is over here. There we go, Scare Hollow. There we go. And it has very basic information. This map is basically to get somebody from their home to your haunted house, and to help all your members and everything to get all this information in a very easy spot and not have to worry about people having to continually ask or post on your association about where is all of this stuff. One of the other things I will show you, so in this video I will show you how to make this map from a Google Sheet. So you're going to need a Google Drive. And if you have a Gmail account, you get 15 gigs for free. That is plenty of space for a map and the sheet. It is basically the same thing as an Excel sheet, and I will show you that in a moment. But you use the Google My Maps, and I will give you the web address for that. And I will also put a little, I will eventually make a how-to via paper or via like a Word document. But right now I just want to get this video out because I've had a few people ask me so far, and it's getting close to Halloween time because July 4th is over now. So I'm going to show you how to make this, how to put the little icons on there, how to, do all this stuff. We have 200 items on this map. As you can see, it is spaced out quite a bit over the west coast here. Also, we have it's been viewed 52,000 times in about 3 or 4 years. I think 3 years. I think is how long we've been doing this. 3-4 years. Yeah. I'm looking at the camera that I normally look at, and there's no camera because this is the first time I've ever done screen capturing, and I'm still pointing to the screen, but you can't see me. I could do the little video on the bottom, but we'll do that another time. So the other thing I'm going to show you is on our Northwest Haunters website, we have a here it is. We have a little form that people can fill out that will tell them, will send you an email for all of their information. So you don't have to wait for somebody to. Evidently, this is not going to. There we go. I'm getting new RAM for my computer, so it might be a little slow. So what this is here's a Northwest Haunt map submission form. You say new entry, updating history, updating existing entry, and remove if somebody moves out of the place, or they're stopped, out of your area, or they stop doing haunting. Terrible. Still looked at the camera. You have your first name, last name, name of the haunt or display. The main thing is you want to make sure that they give you, and that's why there's a red. This form will not complete without the name of the haunt, the address, and that's it, because you at least need to have those two information. And the thing is, they need to come up with their name of their haunt, and even if it's Phillips Graveyard, that's fine. It's done. It's something to differentiate them from everybody else that just says graveyard. It also helps people know, hey, I remember that haunt from last year. What was that called? Oh, Scare Hollow. I know it's on the map somewhere. Let me look for it. And on the My Maps thing, there is also on the side, on everybody's thing, there is, when people view it like this is how it will look and view. They can actually click on this little link down here, and it will actually show all the names of all of our haunted houses and stuff like that in our area. And if you click on it, it actually zooms right into that one. It doesn't zoom in all the way, but it also gives you the information on the side here. So we're going to make sure that we do all those things are pretty much done by Google Maps anyways for you, so that's really cool too. The one thing about this map is you have to edit the sheet and re-upload the map every time to this screen right here. This is how you will edit your screen. And this program and your sheet is kept in your Google Drive all the time. So it loads from your Google Drive. So as long as you do the 15, as long as you get the Gmail, you will get your 15 free gigs. As long as you keep your Gmail active, which pretty much I believe it does forever and ever, unless you like don't use it for years and years, then it eventually goes away. But as long as you keep that active, it will keep this map active and the data from the sheet. But don't go, if you delete or change your email address and you change your Google Drive and all that kind of stuff, you will lose all this information and you'll have to move it over to the new drive and then it will repopulate. So that is the only thing. Is it was really, really tedious doing it the first time, because I will show you our list for the sheet. Like I said, my computer's a little slow. I had to type in all of this. This is what I was doing myself. Now I have gone. I even used to have hours and dates that they were open, and that was dumb. It is very it is your best interest as a map maker and as if you're a leader of your association, to just give them the basic information. So you have your address, your name, the type of haunt, which is a big deal, and then their Facebook page or their website. You drive their customers to their website. Keep them away from the association website or your own personal website, because you want to give them their clicks and their views, and they control their information. So then you don't have to worry about controlling their information at all. You don't have to worry about updating it ever, because their website or their Facebook page will edit when they're open and their hours and stuff like that, and allow the customer to contact them and leave you to have a nice, quiet Halloween weekend. Because believe me, I got a lot of emails and a lot of messages going, "Hey, when's this haunt open?" And oh, it said this haunt was open on your map, but it wasn't open that day. So I just took that off. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to break this into a couple of parts. We're going to break this into creating the spreadsheet, then creating the map, and then creating the form. So what we're going to do is, if you go into your Google Drive, you will start seeing this screen right here. You will then go to New, and you'll go to Google Sheets. And it will open a brand new, pretty blank sheet. Oh my God, information. So you're going to need 4 columns. So what I would do is take your first column and make it pretty big. Take your second column, make it pretty big. Make your third column, that's going to be type of haunt. You don't have to make that as big. And make this one just go off to the side. So then you have your nice clean area. So when you do the map, I just tried to look to see if you can rename these A, B, C, and D's. In regular Excel, you can. In Sheets, you can't. Sheets is a very basic Excel thing. It's very powerful for what Google allows you to do on there, but that's one thing it's lacking, is you can't rename A to name, address, type, and Facebook page. So when you do upload this to your map thing, you are going to have to open the data table and. No, remind me tomorrow. I've been saying that for 3 months. You will have to delete this first row when you actually upload it into the table, and we'll show you that anyways. So this one, we're going to do address. It's not early, but I'll say it's early. So address, name of haunt, type of haunt, and website / Facebook. Now, obviously, you can add more information in here. As you saw, you may have been able to see underneath if you go onto our map, and underneath here, there is a part where you can put pictures. You can change styles. You can do direction. Obviously, the directions is what they would click. But you can add in as much information into this as you want. I have it down as info, but you can add in all kinds of information if you want to. If you want to put down, is it safe for kids? Ages. But again, you're then responsible for keeping that up to date. So I would just say nobody on our association has ever asked for any more information other than the address, the type, the name, and the website or Facebook, because there's just let the owner decide what the people see. Maybe they don't want people to know that it's only PG-13 because they want everybody to come, but they want to scare the crap out of little kids. I don't know. Yes, we will be drinking Mountain Dew during this tutorial. So get your Mountain Dews out. Um, so back to your spreadsheet. So we're going to, I'm going to do a little copy and pasting from my one. So I will do, I'm just going to do mine because I'm, uh, so we're going to do a copy. But basically what you would do is once the people would send you their submission from this thing, it will have all this information and you can copy and paste it. What I did find was when you copy and paste from the thing, this is how it will look. It will actually grab that stupid gray background of it. You can just leave that in there. None of the colors, none of the sizes, like how this one's bigger right here, that one or this one's underlined. Some of them are, this one's gray. This one is an actual link. If you actually click it, it actually does take you to that web address. You don't have to worry about any of those things. It won't show up these different types of underlines and all that kind of stuff in the actual map. But so you can just copy and paste from your email that you get from this form. It'll send you an email with all the information they filled out. You copy, and then you just paste. So now that we have an address in here, let's go ahead and let's just grab some more, so we have a little more data in here. This is the part that will take who's ever creating this map the longest, because you're going to have a flood of people from your association sending in their addresses. So prepare to spend several hours typing in all of these addresses, copying, pasting from the emails. And that's why I finally did the email thing, was I got sick of going back to Facebook and copying, pasting from there, because it does a little different from the Facebook thing. It grabs the actual address and everything. It's kind of weird how it does that. It grabs like the web address. If they do a web address, it doesn't just do facebook.com. It does Facebook blah 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 blah, and it's 9,000 characters long. So it was just easier for me to tell them to do this form, and everybody loves it, so it's great. So now we have our sheet made. What's the cool thing about Drive is that it saves it automatically all the time, so you never have to worry about saving it. Now, it's saved right now as untitled spreadsheet. We are going to save this. We're going to rename it. Sorry, we're going to rename it. We're going to do the North Carolina Haunters Association map. Or something much shorter as well, if you want to. You know what? In the effort of doing this whole, me continuing to look at the camera thing, I wonder if I can do that while I'm. Maybe not. Never mind. Okay. I guess you should have to see this. We'll probably do this as a two-part video because I need to go into the website to show you guys how to do the form, and so I'll do that as a second part. So, anyways, so now we have this. We've renamed it. Now, if we go back to my Drive, it will actually show. You're gonna look at my private Drive here. North Carolina Haunters Association map. There it is, right there. You want to see my resume? It hasn't been updated in years. So here's the North Carolina Haunters Association map, and it will actually open up that map in another tab if you want to. It'll open up this exact screen. So now we have that. Now we need to go to, and it is, we're going to close off these other maps so we don't have to worry about it. So Google makes it kind of hard to find this address for Google Maps. To make your own. It is in my map. It's the best way to do it is to really just go, because see, I don't know where this comes up at. I tried to take off this Google, just the map, just do Google Maps and see where it came from. I could not find a way to get to this site from the Google Map page. DU and O or 0. I don't know how you would ever find that. So I did type it into Google. I typed in Google My Maps. And it did lead me to this page right here. But also you could just type in google.com/maps/d/u/0 and type it in, and you have this nice little pretty screen where you do create new map. So we'll create new map. So it brings up the United States of America. If you're in Colombia, it'll probably center down here. If you're in Antria, Etria, I didn't even know that existed, by the way. So you learn something new every day. If you wanted to come up here, then this is where you live. This is where your map will take you. I doubt there's any haunted houses there. Would it be weird that there's like no haunted houses in like Africa? Like maybe there's some in South Africa because that's more English, but there's probably not a haunted house in Morocco or Turkey or Afghanistan. There's haunted houses in France and Germany and the UK and Ireland and Spain, and probably in the Denmark, Netherlands area and stuff like that, and Norway and Sweden and Finland maybe. But yeah, and maybe Russia, I mean, Azerbaijan? No, there's no haunted houses there. Turkmenistan? No haunted houses. That's sad. There's lots of haunted houses here, though. So, what you will do is you will come over to this, and you will change your map. North Carolina Haunters Association. Probably spelled that right. We're going to save it. Boom, look at that. It says saved in Drive. So it's already there again. We'll actually be able to go there. And there it is, popped up right there in front of our eyes, North Carolina Haunters Association map. What I would actually do is, and I do have this in my own, I have this right here. I do have a Christmas map. I do this for Christmas houses as well, for my local area more than anything. But I keep all the information in this one folder. So then you're separated from the rest of your Google stuff. But yes, it is right there, North Carolina Haunters Association. So now we go back to this. And we're going to see it says add places to this layer by drawing or importing data. Well, we want to import data. So we're going to go to import layer. It will, you could, and here's the thing. If you are extremely fluent in Microsoft Excel and you rather do it in there, you can actually do that in there and just format it the same way, but you can name your headers in that one. And you can actually just import it. You can select the dot, you can drag it in here, or you can select it from your computer and put it right into this little box right here. I like to keep it in the drive because then I don't ever have to open up my file folders. You find, let's see, where is it at? There it is. Oh, nope. We want to go to Google Drive. There it is. So you double click on that. Now here's where it gets a tiny bit tricky, but after you do it one time, you'll never have to worry about it again because you'll know exactly what to do. I choose the address as my first column. Select the column from your file that tells us where to put landmarks on the map. So if you do name of haunt, it's not going to know where those are. So you have to select address. It doesn't know that there's data in there that'll show the address until it actually grabs it and looks at it. So you do continue. Now, choose the column to title your markers. Now you have the markers on there. You need to make sure that they're named something. And the name of it would be the name of the haunt. So you click that right there, and you click Finish, and it will load, it will reload the page, and boom, we now have markers and we have a map. So the other thing you now can do is you can we're going to go to, so you want to select this to uniform style because you don't want to change each individual one of these icons. You want to go to uniform style. So uniform style, what that does is it brings all the items into one thing. So now they're all selected, they're all highlighted. As you can see, they're all highlighted in white right there. You can now go to this little paint bucket and you can change the color of those markers, or you can go to this more icons. Now, I don't believe there is a haunted house or there is not a scary, let's see, there's a robot, there's an alien, there's a rocket, there's a swastika. That's cool. Thanks, Google. I really don't think that there's anything related to a haunted house. I don't even think there's a skull. You would think there'd be a skull. There's a Christmas tree. This is places, transportation, crisis. We certainly don't want that, but that actually may have a skull. That's a weird skull right there. That's not really it's poison. You don't want to put that on there. Weather, animals. Oh, look, there actually they consider a ghost an animal. That's really crazy. Didn't know that. So you could select that if you want to select a ghost animal. I actually go to custom icon. And custom icon, again, allows you to upload any icon you want. The coolest thing you can do is you can go onto Google Images and you can type in Halloween icon and download the icon or a very small PNG file. So what I have, and you can actually point to the URL, so you can just type in the URL of where the image is on Google Images, and it will just, as long as that person hosts it there, that's fine. It's probably a better idea to download the image, put it into your Google Drive, into your Haunters Map folder. For some reason, I didn't do that. I put it in Northwest Haunters stuff. And as you see, I have it will only bring up image files in that folder. It won't bring up all the maps and all that kind of stuff. So then you go, I want this cool one with this skull. You select, you click it, do select, and then it will bring it down here to custom icons. I wish it would keep the custom icons down there, but it doesn't. Every time you reload this map, you have to go to custom icon, you have to find it again and redo it. It's basically saying they don't want to keep the data, basically. So you click OK, and now all of them are saved. Now, what I would do is definitely, when you pick an icon, go ahead and make sure that you look at it on the map and see how small this is. That's pretty small for that. I don't use that one anymore. I use this cool pumpkin. See, that's much bigger. It's easier to see, and it gets bigger as it goes away. This is a much better icon to be able to see. Now, granted, if you're going to come out really far, see how these two get together, but they're pretty far away in time. I mean, look at how close they are. So you're obviously not going to click that way because you're going to zoom into where you live and where you want to go. Now they're super far away, and you can easily click and say, boom, and there's all your information. Now, as you can see here, when I did website Facebook, it did make it pretty long. It's probably still okay. You could probably just shorten that to info like I did, and that would make this area look a little better. But that's completely up to you. I do believe that everybody else can add images to this as well. I don't believe I've tried that yet, but. So now we have the map. Well, how do you get it to all your friends? Google makes this extremely hard and really, really dumb. So you could do the share, and that does share. It will share, but see, it will share the actual map. This screen right here, it will actually share this whole screen. You don't want to do that. That's like sharing a file from your Google Drive to somebody else for them to use that file. You don't want to do that. So we go to preview, or yeah, let's see. Yeah, so you go to preview. This will open up what people will see when they go to your website and they see this, or when they load it up on their phone. What I do is I go to, because yeah, that would be that. Okay. So we're going to do two things: to share it, and then we're going to show you how to put it on your website as well. So share. So you have share via Facebook, Twitter, and email. The email will actually, open up the your email program, and it will show you a link. You can copy and paste that link into anything you want. So you can copy it into a Facebook message, into an Instagram thing, all those kind of things. If you do the Facebook, it will. Oh, you must change the permissions to private. Oh, well, looks like we didn't do that. So we need to go into. Okay. So I will show you how to do this again. I had to figure out how to do that. So we go to share. You go over here to change. You're going to do on public on the web. Anybody can view. You don't want to change that to edit, because if you change it to edit, somebody else can go in and edit your map and ruin it. Ruiners. So we're just going to do view. We're going to do save. Boom. Now it's all saved. Now we can go back to the preview. We go to share. We go to Facebook. We did that. Okay, it wanted you to do it on that screen. So go ahead and do what it says. Just to change permissions, change it to public. Anyone can view. It'll bring up your cool, awesome Facebook sharing thing. And so this is a good way to put it on your association page. And you can. It will say, in a group. And you know what? Ironically enough, North Carolina Haunters. So you can actually put that on there right there, and you can talk about it. You can say blah, 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 and then you post it to your Facebook group. Now, when they click this, it will actually bring them to a website address that then they can copy and paste to anybody they want. And they can also share this exact same way. We're not going to share, though. Yes, I want to leave. So yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way to do that. If you're going to put it on your website, then you want to do the embed map. And here is your code. So you copy and paste this, copy and paste, and you click OK, and then you can go to your website and do an HTML box, and, an HTML editable box on your website. If you have drag and drop, if you have WordPress, I don't know how to do that, so figure it out on your own because I'm not going to help you. And I'm also not going to help you put it on your website because you should be able to do that on your own website. So yeah, make an HTML box, pop that frame in there. Double check that your mobile viewers can actually see it when they open it up. So go to your own phone, Apple and Android. I don't have an Apple phone, so I don't know if this thing works on Apple. If it doesn't, tough luck, get an Android. So I know it does work on Android. It works perfectly. It will actually open up in there, and you can actually click on each icon, and it will bring up the directions thing, and you can do the directions to the thing. It actually will also there is a way, and I believe it does it automatically. If you have it open in your Google Maps, you can actually use it as a map overlay over your normal driving map. So like I drive for a living as a courier, and mine comes up. I can select that map so that whenever I open up Google Maps, it shows up on my map. I don't really know how to do that. I don't really know how it did that, but I think it just does it automatically when you've come from a Google My Maps and you've opened it up in your Maps program on your phone. And so when I'm driving around, the icon that pumpkin icon comes up when I'm driving by somebody's house that I know is a haunter, and I'm like, oh look, I'm right by a haunter's house, and I take a picture all stalkingly like. So yes, so that's how you put it on your website. That's how you share it. And so what the last part? So yeah, so make sure this is. I mean, like I said, it saves it all the time. And just keep putting the information in as people email you from the form. And then your map will look like that, and you can share it to everybody. On my website, what I also do is, in case the mobile users can't view it, I put a little box with a text that says "Mobile users, click here if you don't see the map below," and then that link that text to the link of this page right here, and you actually can just copy and paste that link up there in your website in your browser bar, and you can put that into your link, and it will click right to it. Probably one of the best examples of that is. We're in the process of getting a new website, and so this is the old website. I believe it still works. Don't shoot me if it doesn't. Okay, so it does. So we have the haunt map. So what I have here is right here. This, if you click this right here, it will actually click here for mobile. What is the this website creator, this iPage or 1-in-1, it did not have a very good yeah, so it did this Google Maps, this one right here. I shortened it. I must have shortened it using the Google shortener thing. So they click on this, it takes them to the Google Maps, and see how it says, yeah, viewer short URL, and then it extends it. And look, it took them right here. So that's a good thing to do on here if you know that your website provider does not really show up these frames very well on mobile users. I'm on Wix right now, and it shows up perfectly on my phone without having to click on that link up there. So to do this submission form, you can see right down here, it's this 1, 2, 3 form builder, and we're going to go there right now. We're going to go ahead and log in. Cool. It just logged me in anyways without showing you my email and password. Boom. Look at that. So what I do is you can just create a new form. I'm going to actually show you my form so that we don't have to make a new one. Okay. Edit. There we go. edit fields. So what it will do is it'll bring up this cool little thing right here. You can share the form directly, embed it to your website. All right, cool, thanks. So basically, you could just start. I did a basic submission form, and then I just kind of removed things as I went along. And so basically, you have these different things. You have multiple choice, file uploads, HTML block, name, address, phone, and these are cool because you just put this address and you just drag it over. I think yeah. So you just drag it over, boom, another address one popped up. And to remove it, you just do delete operation, boom, and it goes away. So you can easily just put your name, address, website right here, and then you can put images, you can put page breaks, you can do all kinds of stuff in there. It's a very simple thing. I would just do your single choice things, put those up here, do new entry, updating existing, and remove, and then name type of attraction. So do that as a drop down. I actually have it as home walkthrough, home display, pro haunt, corn maze, and festival one-time celebration. What else do I have? Okay. So that kind of shows, if they have a celebration like a Halloween parade or something like that, then you can put that on there. And then they have their address, and I would automatically have it do the United States if you want, but obviously you want to make sure that you do, it has all the different things where you can, do the required fields of it for this specific, we want to make sure that it's required. You obviously don't want to require this second address line too, because a lot of people don't have that. So then you have those, and then you just do your email and your Facebook. I would make sure. I don't have that in there, do I? Oh, okay. It may have this on here. It looks like I can't remove this. So what I would do is when you have this configure your CAPTCHA thing on the bottom, do type and do none so that it doesn't show up. You don't need to have anybody do that. You trust your people. If you don't trust your people, you have problems. So yeah, then once you're done with it, you hit publish, and you do the get link or the embed code. You want to do the embed code. This will show you what it is. You can do the JavaScript, the link to forum, Lightbox, iframe, whatever you end up wanting to do. I think iframe is for Macs. Yeah. So you just copy this, copy the code, go back to your website, pop it into an HTML box, and you get a reloading screen. Wow, that's really cool. I'm just going to reload this whole thing. There you go. And you get this cool form on your website, which I actually evidently need to make a tiny bit bigger so that it doesn't have this stupid bar on the side. And then you do that. It will send you an email. The email will have the basic information, especially it will have the two asterisk ones on there. And like I put on there, if you are removing, just do the name and address fields because I don't need to know all the rest of the information because I'm just removing it. And obviously deleting a entry from the sheet is super easy. You go like this. You click on the icon, the row. It'll highlight the whole thing, and you go boom, bye bye row haunt, and then it's gone. But then you need to make sure when you remove or add or update anything, you have to go back into your map. So you have to open up your Google Drive, which is going to now reload again, evidently. I hate that Chrome does this. So you have to go back to your drive, and you have to reopen the map again. Reopen the map from your drive, and then that will open up this page. You can then go right to here. You want to delete the layer because you want to delete the one that's on there. So you delete that layer. Yes, cannot be recovered. That's fine. Then you're going to import again. Go to Google Drive. Go to that. Do address. Name of haunt. Finish. Now the row haunt was up here in the top of the. Now there's only one up here. They were up over here. So now we only have these. Obviously, you want to go back to. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Mine doesn't do that. That's really weird. Anyways, and it's really weird that it's not showing the data table. So what it sometimes will do is it will sometimes bring this up. Evidently, it decided to do that. Wow, that's really weird. In mine, for some reason, every time I do this, this number one right here has address, name, type of haunt, and stuff like that in it, and it won't. It has a blank. All these are blank right here, and so I have to sometimes just go like this and delete row, and it will update the thing on there. Um, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I haven't tried this yet myself, so we're gonna try it right now live on this video to see if this works. So let's say somebody wanted to change Living Nightmare Haunted Attraction to Haunted Poop Poop House. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I did not know this, and this is going to be a super cool thing for everybody who is doing this from now on. You can actually go into your data table on this map and change the information right from here. You don't have to go back in the sheet to do it. I find it's easy to do it in the sheet because it doesn't look like you can add. Okay, so you can't add a new entry into this, but you can delete. So we're actually going to now delete theirs. Boom. And it actually allows you to undo it, so you can put it back. So you can delete it. Oh, you can add a row. Okay, so my bad. You can do it all. You can actually do it all. So once you create the sheet, you can actually go into the data table and not have to re-upload or re-import your map every time. That's going to change a lot for me too. See, this is cool. This is why we make videos. This is why we do haunting stuff. Is we're able to learn stuff while we're actually doing it. I've actually been meaning to try this, and I didn't. I haven't until just now. So now we can go blah 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 blah. That's not going to be an address. But yeah, so you can add a row, and you can delete a row, and you can change the information in that. And but you can only undo the last step you did. So beware. So yeah, just be really careful what you're adding and deleting and updating in this form because you can only update the very last thing you did. In Google Sheets, you can there is a backwards right here. You can do undo, and you can do as many of those as you want. You can go back pretty far on those. So for some of us, I think for some of us, we're probably going to end up doing it on the sheets. I find it's easier to do it on the sheets because I can see the information and I'm used to Excel. But if I'm going to do a quick delete of a haunt or changing of a name or an address or something like that really, really fast, maybe a one-time thing, yeah, I would go ahead and do it on the map screen. But for this, to start your map, I would just create it like this and just go from there. And then once you've created it, then you can go in here and edit it instead of having to re-import every time. So this video could have been much shorter. So yeah. Again, to get into this map program thing, we're going to go. I actually kept it as a. So everybody can see it again. So it is. Oh, it's not going to zoom in. So yeah, google.com/map/d/u/0, and that will bring you to your new map program. And again, on this one, it's 123formbuilder.com. That's right there, formbuilder.com, and that will create your form, and of course Google Drive and Sheets to make your sheet. You do have to have the sheet to import into the map the first time, and then you can edit it from there, like I was showing you. And then you wouldn't have to redo this every time, because it would already be in there. Google Drive, Northwest Haunt stuff. Double click, click OK. Oh, cool, we're back to pumpkins. That's cool. And I think I still named this Poo Poo House. No, I didn't. I just deleted him. He's a good friend of mine. Tristan's a good friend of mine. So yeah, it already has 9 views. That's super cool. By the way, it will count on the views. There is no way to put, sometimes you can put a code in your website that will stop it from seeing you on there, your IP address, because you might edit it 1,000 times in a day. Well, that's 1,000 views. That's not a cool way to show how many times you've been viewed. So the views on this will actually be a little bit skewed because you're going to be on it more than other people will be. But obviously 52,000 views on mine, I would say maybe 200 of those are me. And editing wise. I've looked at the map several times, so let's say 300 probably. So yeah, this is how you make a Haunters Association map. If you have any questions, you can PM me at let's see, let's load up my Facebook, and you can private message me on Facebook, and there's my Goodwill find. Yeah, Rotozip. Uh, so yeah, my name is Troy Crivelone, and you can type it in as facebook.com/Troy.Scarehollow, because that's what I really was originally called when I first started Facebook, because you could actually come up with your own name. You weren't forced to use your real name. But you can also just type in Troy Crivelone, and it will come up as me, and then you can message right here. Where's message? Oh, I have to view it as there we go. So you have to add me as a friend too. Look at that crazy guy. But you can also just send me a message to because I can't send myself a message. So you can click that little message icon. I will see it on my phone and I will message you back. And I can help you with this if you need to. So if I went too fast, let me know, and maybe I'll make a shorter one that's slower. We'll see. So anyways, happy haunting, haunt on, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys on the scare grounds of Halloween. Okay, I guess we're out.